What's up, guys? Willie Thomas back in another video. I had to remake this video actually, but this was a recap of the Baton Rouge Comic Con. This was like, I think it was Jason Southeast comic book show or something along those lines. But yeah, it was kind of like a free comic book day related event, but also he puts on a little one-day show. And the tables were $35 a piece, so I went ahead and got 2 tables. I'll try to include some pictures in my setup, but show was great. I did it a couple years ago, and it went very well. So that time and this time went very well too. The last time it was a 2-day show. I don't know if he switched to going to 1-day shows. I don't know what the deal is with that, but nonetheless, it was cheap. It was a good day. Sold some really great comic books, which I'll put some pictures of, and I've got some really good comic books in. So I'll just start off with the haul. This seller had basically some dollar books, and I picked up 5 books from him, so these were $1 a piece. There was a box of like what he considered good stuff, but a lot of it wasn't priced. He definitely wasn't like a normal comic book seller. And I saw Thundercats #1 that I wish I would have asked about, because I was like, I'm not gonna bother. And then he told the next guy, it was a nice copy, $20. So I was a little disappointed. I should have asked, but hey, that's next time. I know that's what this is. But yeah. So the 5 books I got were Alpha Flight 53. This might be the first Marvel Jim Lee cover, I believe. It's something like that. Alpha Flight 51. These are both like on like minor key issues. And then some Crisis on Infinite Earths #7, iconic Supergirl, Superman cover. #8 with the Flash. And then #6. So that was all I picked up from that guy. And then this seller was doing half off. And so I grabbed a stack of, I think this came out to be about $300, and then I paid $150. So we'll get into these. It was a really good deal. I don't know what else he had prior to me going there. I kind of looked around at some of the bigger books, like a couple of Silver Age detective or Batman books. And I decided not to grab those later anyway, but I was looking at those, but I kind of wish I had maybe checked out the other stuff before, but this was the end of the show. I decided to pick this up. So I grabbed Detective 566, Batman with the Rogues Gallery. It's a nice copy, and a newsstand. This homage cover, I don't remember what issue. I think it's a Batman. It's definitely a Batman book. I don't know if it's Batman. I think it's Batman, not Detective, though. The Joker #2 variant cover. So like I said, I paid half a sticker. So that one was sticker 25. This was sticker 35, so I paid half that. But it's an homage cover. The Joker #3, another homage cover. This is of the first Silver Age Two-Face. That's what it's homaging. But yeah, cool one there. But that was 25, so I paid half that. Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. I'll try to pick up Silver Age, like cool Silver Age, whenever I can for $5. Like all day. So this was number 93. So I paid $5 for this one, and I really like the Batman Superman kind of like 2-in-1 deal here. Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. This was priced at $10, so I paid $5. This is the second printing, but cool nonetheless. Detective 523. This was $15. There was actually 2 of these. I just grabbed the better one. Detective 525. That really cool Killer Croc cover. Detective 524. This is cool. Batman #2, the Jim Lee variant, and this has to do with the Court of Owls run, that New 52. So cool variant there. I don't know what issue this is, but this is a Batman Who Laughs homage cover to Batman 251, I think the issue is. But that iconic Joker cover with the card. Everyone knows it. I think it's 251. But yeah, cool one there. That was 30, so I paid half that. Shogun Warriors #1 is actually a really nice copy. So this is 25. I paid half that. Never had that book before. Actually, I've never had most of these books before. Radioactive Man #1. This was 25. Also a newsstand. Simpsons stuff is actually really popular. Every time I get it, it sells really quick. And then Dracula #1. I think this is like a one per store variant cover, but this is a variant cover for sure. So pretty cool. Like I like getting like kind of, I guess, horror stuff or stuff that's kind of hard to find like that. I did go back to his booth, but I'll get into those books next. Excuse me. These three I bought from one seller. I paid $25 for the three. Sticker was $35, so I'll get into that. First book I picked up was Frankenstein or the Modern Prometheus. This was $5. Again, I like picking up horror stuff when I can, especially when it looks cool. What If Secret Wars #1, that really, really cool Doctor Doom cover for $5. And then Adventures into Fear #10, the first Solo Man Thing title for $25. So I basically bought this one and then he threw those two in. And I think this was underpriced. So yeah, really cool book. It's definitely like mid-grade. It's not super minty. I have a better copy as well, but still, it's not bad. It presents really well, and for $25 all day. And then he threw those two in, so can't beat that. Up next, the seller with all the half-off stuff. I went ahead and went back to his booth and picked up these three books. I felt like I could not leave them. So these were priced at basically sticker $205, and we just did $100. So Batman: The Killing Joke, he had at $50, so I paid $25 for this one. First printing, I could not pass that up. Batman 3, I think it's 366. The stickers behind, in front of it. But this really iconic Joker versus Batman cover. He had 55 on this one, so I think we agreed to 100. So I basically just paid 25 for this one here. Really, really cool, and it's a nice copy, very nice copy. I don't really even see any spine ticks on it, to be honest. And then last but not least, Batman 357. He had this price at $100. So I got this for $50. So really, really, really nice one there. I think it's supposed to be the first full Killer Croc, or it's one of those Killer Croc appearances, and then something to do with Jason Todd as well. But yeah, I don't think I've ever had this one, so really cool to pick up. At least not this nice of a copy. Maybe I've had. I actually take it back. I don't think I've had one at all. But yeah, cool. And then also, I'll explain this situation. I picked up a book. Well, this guy brought some books to me to maybe sell. He said he had a few that he acquired because he has rental property, and so he was wondering how much these comics were worth, yada, yada, yada. So I was like, okay, well, I'll take a look, and he was from out of town. So he said, I actually have a few in the car. So he went outside and grabbed them and came back in and presented, a binder with some magazines and a couple other books. And so there were 3 books that interested me. Excuse me. And I basically offered him $60 for the 3 because they weren't high grade. Like they were cool, but they were like mid to low grade. And I thought maybe I could just dump my money on it or something. But he said, how about this? How about you sell them, put them up, and we'll do consignment. So this is the first time I've ever gotten books in on consignment. I don't think I'd really want to do that. I told him, I was like, look, I would only do this for like books that have any sort of value at all, because I feel like there's no reason to sell dollar books on consignment. That's kind of ridiculous. Or $5 books on consignment. That's just a waste of time, I think. But this, because also at the same time, like $5 book on consignment, like I'm probably going to rebag and board it and invest into it anyway. So spend a lot of time just to make nothing from it. So like, yeah, I'll only do that for like decent keys essentially. So I figured, why not? I'll try it. We'll see how quickly this sells. But it was the Marvel Premiere magazine #2. Was that Punisher cover? That Punisher magazine. I'll try to put up a picture if I remember. And then there was this other magazine, Comics Price Guide, or something, Comics Buyer's Guide, something like that. 22. It's like a Tim Vigil cover that I thought was interesting, so I went ahead and grabbed that. I just don't know the exact value on that. But what the really cool book was, which I didn't expect to be a key, I just didn't recognize it at first. This is Life with Archie number 41. This is the first unofficial appearance of Godzilla in comic books. So if you open this up, on the first page there is what it looks like Godzilla and Mothra fighting. It's not Godzilla and Mothra. It's, supposed to be them, but it's not, So really cool, actually. And this book in high grade can go for some decent money, like over $200. This one's, of course, lower. It's got some staining and that corner. So I don't expect to get a lot for it. But nonetheless, very cool. And I'm sure somebody's going to see it and be like, I need that. And, but yeah, so cool story there. Just, something new for me to do. And then I also bought this lot on eBay recently, and I paid about 80, just under $90, like 85 to 88, something along those lines, for this lot right here. And I'll show you why. And it was a Dawn lot, just all Dawn comic books. So I'll quickly show these off. It came with all these issues, so these aren't going to be anything crazy. Number 2, Return of the Goddess. Number 1. And just some normal Dawn issues here. And then number 6. And then these are kind of the better ones over here I have all these Dawn 1/2. This is a variant cover, like a Hey Kids Comics edition. So these are probably going to go in the my actual bins. Cry for Dawn number 7. Ooh. Cry for Dawn number 7. And then Cry for Dawn number 8. It also came with this poster book, which is pretty cool. Dawn 15th anniversary poster book. Kind of like a magazine size. And then the reason why I bought the lot is for this one, Cry for Dawn number 5. This is the second print variant. So this one alone is worth probably $125 to $150. And it's in fairly nice shape. So yeah, I'm making my money back on this. I'm probably going to double my money on the whole lot in general. So I thought that was pretty cool. This is a very popular book, and I'm sure a lot of people don't even know about it, but I'm sure this one will sell fast at the booth. So yeah, thought it was good deal. So went ahead and just scooped it up. I've got a rebagging board today. But my next show is GalaxyCon in New Orleans. I did sign up. It's a lot of money to be there, but if there's any indication based on how Fan Expo was, I think this will be a very good one. Hopefully, but we'll see. I won't know till I try. It's a big show, probably gonna have a lot of foot traffic. Also, it's a 3-day show, so I think it'll go well. We'll see how it goes, and if it doesn't go as planned, then I just won't do it again the following year. But I'm trying to ramp up the whole comic book thing. It's been really, really good for me. It's been a whole lot of fun. It's been funding stuff that I want. I bought a brand new gaming computer not too long ago from comic book money. I damn near bought my fiance's engagement ring with comic book money that I've made from this. I pretty much did the whole thing. A lot of things, just like stuff that even comics I want for myself. Like after a show, I usually buy stuff that I want for myself. Because a lot of this stuff, like some of this stuff isn't exactly what I want. Like, of course, I'm not a comic book collector, but I don't collect everything comic wise. There's certain things and niche things that I like. So, I'm usually buying some issues that I want and some big books that I want after a show. But yeah, the hunt's just fun. It's a lot of fun. I love selling at shows and talking to people and collectors and having really cool books to have for people. to sift through and be like, oh man, this is great. Like you got such cool stuff, and I've been looking for this everywhere and I can't find it. I think that's just a cool feeling, and that's why I don't sell online. I think selling online is so boring. It's aggravating. I like putting that effort into prepping my booth to looking really good for the shows. So it's just a lot of fun. But yeah, that's it. The next show is in July, so if I have a haul or whatever, I'll make a video about that. But next show is going to be in July, I think like 10th, 11th, and 12th, around there. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be a really good one. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.